Now check that out. Y'all see the wave right there, and y'all see the stars and shit coming down. Now I fuck with PlayStation. Now there's a lot of metaphysics in that. This is PlayStation right here, you know what I'm saying? Listen to music and shit. Now, it's a lot of science. Whoa. My bad, y'all. Now, reason why I was showing you that, because it's a lot of science in that, and music deals with a lot of that too. So here's the ultimate thing, is the science in that. Now this is how time made waves. Now you can see waves from oceans, water flows. You have energetic waves. A wave is a fluid. Now, just because you see water or any form of liquid on Earth, you think that's the only representation of a fluid. But all forms of energies have higher densities. And densities, the higher the density, the less physical it is. So in this density 3D realm, this is the realm of things made dense, because it's a density realm, a low vibrational realm. So when things are brought into a low vibration, it start to have a look and an appearance that you can actually touch and feel. Water represents on Earth the geometrical shape of the tetrahedron. Like it's like the it represents like the shape of the square circle, and it doing a bunch of geometrically movements within each other, like the perfect shape. That's what water plays out. That's why water flows like that. Now wave, the only way you can get a wave is when you have one aspect transitioning to another aspect, transforming, transmuting from one form to another, whatever. So it has to become, the fluid is that between realm. This is why mutable signs are the fluid versions of their element. You know what I'm saying? It's the fluid. You know what I'm saying? So it's the change. It has to be fluid to change. So when you have one thing move to this spot, that area of movement still exists. Now this we're all a space within a space, right? But so we're able to have a space to move from, right? But that energetic energy, that process from the L being right here to the L being right here. You know what I'm saying? Now that movement in between, that created a wave, an energetic wave. But in order for this to get there, it took what? Time and experience. So this is how you know time, experience is connected to the wave. And we know the wave is part of the illusion, which is memory, which is how you can't remember something unless you feel a certain way about it. Like if you went through school your whole life without being emotionally connected to no one or nothing, you wouldn't remember none of your teachers. Me, I don't remember none of my teachers. I barely remember people I hung with unless they still around today. I barely remember people's names, faces. Only thing I remember is energy. And I've been like that since forever. So if I wasn't, like, anything you involved with, if you don't attach no emotional connectedness, feel a way about it, you don't connect your experience with it, it don't be in your reality. So we know that's now we know how we're creating this reality through our consciousness waves. And since it's a collective consciousness, it's a collective consciousness pool that we're all in. And you have your wave, I have my wave. You have your area, I have my area. So right here, we know what creates a wave, but we know the wave itself took time and experience. So that represents time and experience. So time itself, that's proof. That's a description of time being a form of a fluid and a higher density. See, fluid doesn't look like water. Water look like fluid. That's what you have to understand. Fire don't look like fire. Whatever you see on Earth looks like gas. That looks like spirit. That's fire is a representation of what spirit look like. Energetic spirit. Energetic flow. You know what I'm saying? That's what fire looks like. You know what I'm saying? That don't look like fire. Spirit don't look like fire. Fire look like spirit. You see what I'm saying? Earth is Earth is practical stableness. You could be a stable person. You could not have a pot to piss in, a chair to sit in, but you could be a stable person within inside. That's what Earth look like. Earth looks like stability, stableness. It just is stability and stableness don't look like this table. You see what I'm saying? It don't look like this table. It don't look, stability and stableness don't look like this table that's holding things, even though that's the only description we got to say that's something stable and the sturdiness. But what that, the table looks like a person or a person's energy that's stable or fixed. That's what Earth looks like. See what I'm saying? Even though you can't see air don't feel like what hit your skin when you go outside. That's just whatever spirit the air is blowing in. That's what you feel. You feel the temperament of it, the temperature. Fire signs could be hot or cold. You know what I'm saying? They are the transformation. So when you go outside and feel the air hit you and you be like, oh, it's hot because the air is hot, or it's hot or it's cold because the air hit me. No, it's just that whatever in the air is hitting you. Whatever fire is in the air. That's why it's a sextile. Whatever temperature, aka temperament, aka energy, aka that's fire. That's why fire signs, that's why Aries is the first sign, but the first element is fire, because that when the space needed to go into another space, it had to feel isolated. So when something feels isolated, it needs to be transformed. And if something frozen, what does it take for you to transform it? A form of temperature. If you need to freeze something, you need a form of temperature. If you need to melt something, you need a form of temperature. If you want to evaporate something, you need a form of temperature. That is, see, fire ain't just hot. It's just on this density that's weak as fuck. Yo. I like that. But yeah. Now, air just have the ideas, but it has to have something in front of it to have an idea about. It has to be circling Earth and be going into Earth and shit to have an idea about Earth. It has to be in the water, which is H2O, or the oxygen part of it. It has to be in water to understand the feelings. It has to have something in the air, like a smell or the sense of a feeling, or a temperament, temperature, aka fire sign, in order to understand the spirit. So air is just ideas. This is why a lot of times they're not emotional. You see what I'm saying? They just deal with the intellect. They try to understand their feelings for what they are, and come to an intellectual box to put it in. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, when we talk about the when we want to talk about why you say time is fluid, or when you want to talk about why you say time is fluid, and why you say space is gas, and why you say matter is solid, is because when you break it down from a left brain and right brain together aspect, you have no choice but to come to that conclusion. And I just brought down why time is a fluid, dealing with the waves and how you even get a wave, and wave only could come from something, it can only be experienced from time, from getting from point A to point B. So that took time to get there. So it's experience. See, I'm from a realm of reality, it didn't. So I understand this without going to school. I understand this shit without doing nothing, because it's like I come from there. You see what I'm saying? So I'm just bringing that level of consciousness to this realm of reality and bringing it into density, which is me expressing it and speaking it down here into existence, and me talking about it right now. And then I'm finna spread this video out. Then it's going to connect to other people. Then it's going to have an orb around it now. Now it's going to be a program that from another realm of reality in this realm of reality. And that's how I'm here to help. So people can take the true science and be able to bring it down here and be able to defect and give viruses to all the programs that you don't need, or all the other programs that's in front of you. See what I'm saying? Flight boss, bitch, you know, for sure. Goddamn.